Hello, everyone. Welcome to the one and only second episode of the Simple Solutions podcast. Next to me, I have Mr. Steal Your Girl, which is why he's always in jail, Mr. John McCord.
Hey, glad to be back for a second horrendous episode.
Yes, second horrendous episode. Next to me, in addition, is also the 413th Republican candidate running for office in 2016, Sage Blaylock.
Hey everybody, I would just like to tell you about my assets, and keep in mind this is not net worth that I'm talking about. These are my assets. This is what I have in the bank. $280.44. And I know what you're thinking, that's a lot less than $9 billion, and you're right, people who know math. But that means I can relate to you.
Yeah, you also can't afford to run for president.
That's very true.
Shut your mouth.
Oh my goodness. All right. So, first up, opening rants. Let's get started.
Well, I'm sure most of you have heard the song Cheerleader. John, would you like to?
I can't even. His voice changes too much.
Yeah, it does. See, the problem is, I'm very confused by the song. I hate it. Like, I'm not confused about that. Like, I don't like it. But it's very confusing to me. What do you guys think of this song?
I mean, I like it. I wish I didn't like it, but it's kind of like any Jason Derulo song. It's like, I want to hate it so much, but then you listen to it and your ears are just kind of happy about life.
Mm-hmm. I haven't heard it. I try to distance myself.
I found myself a cheerleader.
Okay.
She is always
Now I've
right
heard
there
it.
when I need
That's a better
her.
cover.
I'd also like to point out one line that really is the reason this comes into my rant.
Okay.
John, you have dated a lot more than Aaron and I have.
I have.
Combined.
Yes, you were
So,
doing much better.
Tell me, does this actually happen? He says something along the lines of, say, this girl's talking to him and she says, "Hey, do you think I'm pretty? Do I make you feel like cheating?" Do girls say that outright?
Well, see, there's a reason that I've dated more than you and Aaron. And that's because the girls that I date would say something like that. And the girls you date don't. And so I can say from experience that, yes, that has been said before, but it's not by the most high quality of Duchess.
Okay, all right. And second point, he then replies with, "Not really." So I could see where somebody would be like, "Oh, well, he's all for monogamy. That's cool." He's not totally for monogamy. Like in this situation, he's giving her the idea that, hey, maybe I would, but probably not this time.
Okay. So it's all indefinite.
Yes, it's very indefinite, not a very firm stance. Not feeling it. Are you
Thanks
thirsty,
for
John?
disrupting the whole podcast. All right. Well, John, what is your opening rant?
All right. So just recently, one of the NBA's premier players named DeAndre Jordan made a verbal commitment to play for the Dallas Mavericks for $90 million. Then, before this contract could be signed, he decided not to play for the Dallas Mavericks and to stay with the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, to those who don't know sports that well and don't listen to sports radio like I do, you would think, hey, not a big deal. However, it is very fascinating that DeAndre Jordan did this entire process like I did when I was in 8th grade and had to break up with my girlfriend. Because when he changed his mind about where he wanted to go and who he wanted to be with, he brought in his friends and did not answer any text messages, phone calls, or anything from the Dallas Mavericks. And so what I've learned from this is that DeAndre Jordan, who is 7 feet and weighs approximately 290 pounds, is my 8th grade self. And Mark Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, is my 8th grade girlfriend. Which was just fascinating.
Okay, all right. Very interesting. Very interesting. So now we've got a new segment for you, which I don't even know if it's going to be around for a long time.
I think it will.
I think it will. It's got. It's you don't.
I don't.
John doesn't. It's called Debatable, and we are going to debate things that are debatable, as you normally would. All right. So number one, which is the better show, Parks and Recreation or The Office?
Now, let me start off with saying I am for The Office, and since I am ballistically and doesn't make sense to me outnumbered in this issue, I'm bringing in a expert on TV shows, an all-around right person, Logan Fink, to help me.
Everybody welcome him.
Yes.
Yes. An applause.
Yeah, let me lean forward on this couch.
Yes,
So-
yes.
Okay.
So, I unapologetically say The Office is so much better than the Parks and Recreation show.
Okay. Explain your reasoning, though.
Okay. The Office gave us Steve Carell, one of the greatest comedic actors working in Hollywood today.
Absolutely.
It started the mockumentary, the style that Parks and Recreation is shot in. And Parks and Recreation will always be that show that you go, man, I can't wait for this show to be over so I can watch The Office.
That is
Debatable.
That is debatable. I've never experienced that feeling
Nor have
watching
I.
Parks and Rec.
You're wrong.
That's because I would argue that Parks and Rec is more funny than The Office. Now, I won't argue the fact that, The Office has some hilarious moments. Some moments that are my favorite in any TV show ever. Like, probably the first 7 minutes of Women's Appreciation is my favorite thing that I've ever seen. But, on the other hand, Parks and Rec is more consistent in delivering those laughs. It takes a while to get going. I'm not going to lie. Like, the first season, absolute garbage. Totally aping the Office, not even funny.
Yep.
I didn't laugh at all during that. I was like, why am I watching this? And I stopped watching it. And then I came back to it and watched season 2, and I was like, wow, this is enjoyable. And I like the chemistry. I like the way that the different characters play off of each other a little bit better than in The Office. The Office had its, I think it honestly probably should have ended pretty soon after Michael left, but they decided to draw it out. They got the 8th season. That's like the worst thing
You're right.
ever.
Absolutely right.
Absolutely. So that's my opinion on the matter. I think Parks and Rec is just more enjoyable. And now The Office 2 also has some good dramatic moments in it too, you got Jim and Pam. Parks and Rec doesn't really do that
You're
stuff,
right.
No, that's where I was going to jump in. That's what makes The Office so great, is you have all the comedy. You have Steve Carell, obviously.
True.
Throughout the entire thing. You have Dwight Schrute, what's his name? I don't know.
Rainn Wilson.
Rainn Wilson.
Yeah.
Dwight is the character, he just sits there and you can't help but laugh at him. And then, throughout the whole thing, Pam and Jim, the story arc, I know what's going to happen, but I still I feel like I'm on the edge of my seat every time.
Okay.
And
It's so good. No, and at the end of the first season, or second season, when Pam rejects Jim on casino night, you tear up.
it's the saddest
That's right.
thing ever. You feel like
and Parks
Jim
and
in that moment.
Recreation, Parks and Recreation does not give you that deep of an emotional connection to a show. Therefore, The Office is a better all-around show than Parks and Recreation.
And we were just admitting a second ago that this, the 8th season was terrible.
It was terrible.
Yes.
But it still had the best finale, I think.
That's true.
Any mockumentary could ever
That's
have
true.
of all time.
The Office's finale was perfect.
Yes, I will completely agree with
That's
that.
what I say.
Okay. I really want to take not necessarily shots at the characters, but make some comparisons because there are some absolutely great characters in The
You're right.
Office.
You're absolutely right.
Dwight Schrute is fantastic.
Yes.
Michael Scott, unbelievable.
True.
Jim and Pam relationship is great.
Yes.
Great.
That's
However,
the show.
with Dwight Schrute, I will counter with Ronald Ulysses Swanson.
So Ron,
He is
that's
please, John. He is quite possibly the most quotable character of all time.
not arguing at all. You're right about
Okay.
that. You're right.
Okay, let
Yes.
me continue. And I will give the edge in terms of Michael Scott to the character I'm about to bring up for now. Because Steve Carell, unbelievable.
The
He
best.
is a great
The best.
comedic actor.
Absolutely great.
Chris Pratt is an absolute rising star.
No,
He is
yeah, you're
connected to a Marvel superhero franchise. He will probably be in a lot more movies than we want to see him in. But he's going to be in a ton, make a lot of money. Also, did you see Jurassic World?
I did.
He was in that. America fell in love with Chris Pratt. He's going to be in more movies.
But-
Yes, so many more movies.
You're right. But what you're saying, Parks and Recreation did not give us Chris Pratt. Marvel gave us Chris Pratt. Marvel was the one that signed him to play Peter Quinn, and made him lose 60 pounds and become the hunk that he is right now, and made him the Hollywood blockbuster star. Parks and Recreation did not give us Chris Pratt. Marvel gave us Chris Pratt.
I would probably disagree there
I do
because they
contest.
definitely gave us Chris Pratt.
Yes.
It's just we got sexy Chris Pratt.
That's right.
Which
yeah.
is the one we can market. He is a Vince Vaughn best friend character in The Delivery Man, and that's Chris Pratt's role if he does not lose 60 pounds.
Yeah, but like Chris, you got to start somewhere. That's the thing. Like Chris Pratt, season 1 of Parks and Rec, totally unlikable character. Like you just hate him. Like
Still
he's a
kinda
total
funny,
douche.
though.
Yeah, he's
Still a
funny.
little funny.
He's funny. He's like a child, and that's kind of the running joke throughout the series.
Yeah.
But he gets funnier and funnier, and I
Yes.
feel like he probably wouldn't have nailed that Marvel role if he had not come into his own in Parks and
Yes.
Rec. I think he is very talented individual,
Yes.
and I believe there almost isn't a single character that I don't like on Parks and Rec. Like maybe The Office. I don't give a crap about Gabe. Like, he's the worst. There are a couple funny lines he has.
he
I
has
will
some
give
funny
you that.
lines. He's an unlikable character.
Yes.
He really is.
Erin, a lot of people like her. I don't know. I don't get the hype. I'm not
enough.
as big of a fan.
I will agree with
Doesn't resonate with me. But in terms of Parks and Rec, Leslie's great. Ron's great.
Yeah.
Aziz Ansari, Tom Haverford is
Rob
great.
Lowe is Chris Traeger.
Yes, Rob Lowe is great. Ben
Fantastic.
Wyatt is great. Goodness gracious, man.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Lots of people.
The last thing that I will counter with is that, so it all comes down to me about emotional connectivity. It comes down with the characters. It comes down with how well you connect to the show. And then the quotable jokes. And so while Ron Swanson is the most quotable character on TV for the last 10 years,
For sure.
no doubt,
Absolutely.
The Office gave us That's What She Said,
It's true.
which is a sweeping phenomenon. How many times have you and your friends been joking around and said, That's what she said? The Office gave us that. And that's hard to beat.
Interesting
Well
point.
said.
Well said.
Well said.
Well articulated.
Yes. Although I would like to point out, at least for me, I don't know about Aaron, I'm arguing Parks and Rec is funnier.
Yes.
As opposed to the better show.
No, I
Because
actually do
would-
agree with that.
I would probably say that The Office is quote unquote the better show because of many of the reasons you gave.
Right.
But Parks and Rec makes me laugh more often.
That's right. It
And
really
deeper.
depends on what the mood I'm in is.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
if I'm in a mood to laugh and that's
Yeah.
it, I don't want to deal with any of the drama in my life.
Yeah.
Forget that stuff, right? I'm going to Parks and Rec because it's funny and there's almost no drama.
That's
There's like
true.
some in there.
Yes.
Okay.
But
So we're-
it's just enough. It's like just the right dose
Yeah,
to make you laugh.
quantifying the comedy levels, the laughs per minute, I'd say definitely Parks and Rec.
Yes.
Later
Definitely.
seasons.
Last
yeah.
per minute. That's a great way to put
Yeah.
it.
See, I'm comfortable with ending this argument with the statement Parks and Recreation is a funnier show,
Yes.
but The Office is the better show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
I can
can
agree
roll
with
that.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on board.
Solved.
Solved. That wasn't even a simple solution. That took way too long. All right, next. Which is the better Batman villain, the Joker or Bane?
And so we're going in the trilogy of
The Dark Knight trilogy.
The Dark
Nolan.
Knight, yes.
So not bringing any comic books
Yes.
in, just talking about the Dark Knight trilogy.
Heath Ledger versus Tom Hardy.
And see, that is hard.
Incredibly difficult. Yeah.
Heath Ledger is unbelievable.
Yes.
Was unbelievable.
Yes.
Great actor. I'm gonna go with Bane though. I'm not arguing that The Dark Knight Rises was a better movie than The Dark Knight because anybody with
Yes.
eyes can see that The Dark Knight was so much better
Probably
than
just
The Dark
ears,
Knight Rises.
actually, would
Probably
notice.
just
Yeah.
ears. However, the villains, just the villains.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Tom Hardy's Bane over Heath Ledger's Joker.
Interesting. Disagree. But
I am also going to go with Bane, and it's really for one simple reason. Whoa! It appears as though I have the greatest voice in the history of movies. That's my whole argument.
I don't know.
That's a fair argument.
James Earl Jones would like a word with you. His Darth Vader character. Now, I'm not as studious of a Batman fan, you know. I don't follow everything, but, you know, judging from the 3 movies, I liked Ledger's interpretation of the Joker more than I enjoyed Tom Hardy's interpretation of Bane. You know, I don't know. It was just more, I felt more threatened by the Joker than I did. He's just a scarier character. You never know what he's going to do next. He's unpredictable, you know. Like in that ballroom scene or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Telling the story about how he got those scars. That's remarkable.
Yeah, it is.
Excellent scene.
Yeah. And I was legitimately scared of the Joker. And his little tongue thing that Heath Ledger did. Oh, yeah, no, definitely Joker.
And so it's scary. You're right.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is a villain poses a threat to the hero. And you know what we saw in The Dark Knight Rises? We saw Batman get beat up.
Yeah.
He sat in a bed for half the movie.
Was his back broken? It was, correct?
He had a vertebrae. Tom Hardy's Bane beat the crap out of Batman. And so my whole thing is this. So in the second movie, the Joker had schemes, had plans. But then when Batman actually got to the Joker, he kicked the crap out of him. The Joker had 3 dogs. Batman had to get over the dogs or whatever. But then he beat the crap out of the Joker. Once you get past Bane's scheme and you get to Bane, crap. This is a fight.
It's true.
And so that's why I say he's a better overall villain.
Interesting.
I would also push the argument that their monologues, like you might say,
That's true.
I would think the Jokers are fantastic, but
Jokers are fantastic.
Bane's monologues
That was sweet.
are some of the best monologues. And not just because of the voice. The content is
content
fantastic.
of it.
The things he
It is-
says.
it is hard
And
to-
then you will have my permission to
Yeah.
die.
It is hard to
Beautiful.
understand him, though. It is hard.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
But that makes him more scary.
I think so, too.
Oh, man. All right. So now we're going to go to our fan questions. Believe it or not, we have a couple of them.
And they are not made up.
They're not?
Yes.
Yeah. Two of them are not. One of them, for transparency purposes, is not made up. One of them is not made up. 2 of them are. So let's get to it. This is our non-made up fan question. Hopefully. Please send in your fan questions. We need them.
We're dying for content.
How does someone win in the presidential election?
Well, probably the best path to take is to be involved with, obviously you have to be involved with one of the 2 major parties, Democratic or Republican. And you have to be able to bend a little bit, not too much. You have to appeal to as many people as possible. And you have to be likable. Because if people will like you, they will vote with their gut. People don't always vote with their brains. You've got about 50% or so of the population that will vote for someone without knowing anything about them if they like them.
See, I'm going to stop you right there. That was well said. That was well put. I'm going to say have money and sell your soul.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
You have to.
You just lie to win the presidential election. You just
Exactly
tell
right.
people what they want to hear, they vote for you, and then you just don't do any of
That's
it.
right. You say things people like,
Yes.
but not necessarily things that are true.
Yeah,
Not
exactly
things
right.
that you can actually,
Dude,
make happen.
yes.
Yeah.
And that is how
Yeah.
you win the presidential election.
I agree
Wow.
with you, John. I would like to retract my previous statement and give you the win.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So, fan question, quote unquote, fan question number 2. If you could have a superpower, which one would you have? You can totally tell we made this one up.
Superpower. I'm going to go with the ability to stop time. Just stop time. You can move around, because then you could cheat on every test that you've ever had. You could sleep later, You would just be overall just happier. You'd be so good at sports, and really you could dodge bullets. I'm going to go with stop time.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, I was thinking about this, and I've always wanted to say flying, but then I've thought about the logistics of a person flying. And I have sensitive eyes when it comes to sunlight, so I'd imagine high-intensity wind whipping into my eyeballs would be very painful. Also, if any of you have seen Man of Steel, did you see him land the first couple of times he tried to fly? A normal human would explode upon hitting the ground. So instead, I don't know, spontaneously create money?
That's true.
That'd be
That's
cool.
not a bad one. You would you would topple the economy of the United States.
It's possible to do that today. It's just illegal.
Yeah, that's exactly
But it
right.
would be real money.
But
I
let
would
me
make.
let me ask you something. If
Yeah.
you could fly,
Yeah.
would you use the bathroom in the sky, or would you land to use the bathroom?
It'd be more fun in the sky.
I don't know. I'd probably
Nobody
land.
would see
I
it.
like to be comfortable, and I'm like once again wind whipping into my
Yeah, that's
eyeballs.
true. You would
Like G-force.
Yes, you would ruin somebody's day if you use the bathroom in the sky.
No doubt about it. Me, I would just want the ability to turn anything, or no, to just, Sage would want to generate money. I would want to generate Parmesan cheese. I can't tell you how many times I've been like, I want to put Parmesan cheese on this food, but I don't want to go to Kroger just to buy Parmesan cheese. What kind of an idiot would that make me, I've got to wait till I'm low on all my other groceries. And tell you what, man, I go through my Parmesan faster than any normal human. Like, a bag that people normally get about 10 uses out of, I get about 3. So, yeah, I'd love to create some
I think he
Parmesan
wins.
cheese.
Yep. Aaron.
Aaron is
Thank
the
you.
winner.
Sure
We didn't
you.
even know you could win that.
I didn't even know we were competing. Number 3, if you could get in a fight with a cartoon character, who would it be?
The fight with a cartoon character.
Oh.
I'm going to go with Popeye pre-spinach. Because once you fight roided out Popeye on spinach,
You're gonna lose.
You're going to lose.
Yeah.
You just are.
For sure.
And we know that Popeye's girlfriend responds very well to men who beat up her boyfriend. Like every cartoon, he's trying to get back his girlfriend who goes with that big dude after he just beat Popeye up. And so I'm going to beat up Popeye pre-spinach and then just run. Because Popeye always trains, eats spinach, goes beats the person up. But I'm going to just disappear. So I'm going to go Popeye.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go Eric Cartman from South Park because he needs it. Like he needs to be pummeled a lot. Like
It's true.
he needs someone to show him that I can beat him up. That's what he needs. He needs to be beaten up. I can't think of any other reason. He just needs to be physically
He does
abused.
need to be. You realize he's also an elementary school
Yes.
cartoon character.
Yes,
correct?
but he's been in the 4th grade for about 7 years, so I don't feel too bad.
That still makes
because
him under 18.
close enough for me. He also spent a lot of years in 3rd grade, so I think
It comes
mathematically, I would fight him.
out. I don't know.
You'd
I'm just
overpower
saying
him.
you're in the gray area on
Yeah,
that one.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
fine with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Once more into the gray.
Once more in the gray, dear friends.
I would probably beat up Woody from Toy Story. He's a toy. What's he gonna do to me? I'll cut off his arms. He's made of cloth. Dude, he breaks so easily in that one movie or whatever. I can't remember which Toy Story it was. There was one or two where his arm, gets that thread caught somewhere, and there's that stuffing sticking out of his arm. All I had to do was rip that arm off. Suddenly, he's not very useful anymore, is he?
No, he's not.
All right, and on that note, now we're going to move to our simple solutions segment. We're going to move on to our simple solutions segment, which is what we're technically known for.
I don't think we're known for much.
No, we're not.
Oh my.
All right. No, first issue, the world issue that needs to be solved is obesity. John.
Eat less and run more. Solved.
Solved. Pretty good. All right. Love. Sage.
Do it. Solved.
Solved. John. Love.
Don't do it. Solved.
Just kidding. Solve the relationship between Romeo and Juliet. Sage.
All you gotta do, wait until you're old enough to move out of your parents' house and go be together. And don't poison yourself. Solved.
Very good advice. Solve the relationship between Samson and Delilah. John.
I'm gonna go with after you wake up twice and the thing that you just told your wife or girlfriend that makes you weak has been done to you. Maybe it's time to move on from the relationship instead of keep trusting the person who is obviously trying to hurt you. Which brings me to the point, Delilah must have been a babe. She must have been a babe. Seriously, think about it. If you're going to trust a girl that much, she must be good looking. Especially if you're Samson, who can lift gates. Stuff like that. So I'm just saying, maybe next time, don't trust the girl who just lied to you twice. Solved.
How heavy is a gate?
It's a heavy gate. Have you seen Lord of the Rings? He picked up one of those and put it on a hill.
He also ran miles.
Yeah.
Like a lot of miles.
He also caught like 400 foxes and tied torches to their tails. This
Can-
was like the man.
Can I just point out, how did he come up with that plan? He's
That's
like,
clever.
all right, let me burn down this field. What's the best way I can possibly? All right, foxtails and torches, let's go.
Oh, wow. So look, Samson's like the man. I'm just saying Delilah, she had to be good looking.
Must have been. All right. Save the music industry, Sage.
Adele, please, for the love of all that is holy, come back. We need you. We need you. Nicki Minaj has assumed your throne. And it's kind of like Game of Thrones when King Joffrey is the king. That's what's happening. So,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
But solved.
you will one day.
Solved.
And when you know, you will understand.
Teen pregnancy. John.
Solved teen pregnancy. It's easy. It's really easy. Everybody just get back in the habit of wearing chastity belts. I think they're stylish.
They certainly
I'm fairly
are.
sure they'll be comfortable. And I know what you're thinking. Who has the keys? And I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know who's trustworthy enough to give all the keys to the chastity belts to. I'm thinking Tom Hanks gets the keys to the chastity belts.
Yeah.
He's pretty trustworthy.
He's pretty trustworthy. Give
definitely
Captain Phillips, keys to marriage and children.
But what if somebody steals them and he's like, hey, look at me. I have the keys now.
Fair enough. I'm just saying chastity belts. Teen pregnancy, solved.
Solved.
North Korea. Sage.
Well, this is a difficult one. However, we can still come up with a simple solution. I'm sure all we have to do is join together and then not talk to North Korea, and then they'll have to get help from us, and then we'll be like, no, you guys are mean.
This seems pretty complicated.
And then no, it's simple. And then they'll ask for our help, and then we'll be like, okay, but you guys got to be nice. And then they'll be like, oh, okay. Solved.
Solved?
Solved?
Yeah, that's all we have to do.
Why don't we just show, Kim Jong-un's toilet? Solved.
Could also work, yes. Solved. For those of you who don't know, he has convinced people in North Korea that he is a deity of some sort, and he doesn't use the bathroom. And all we have to do is show that he is a regular person who uses the bathroom.
Take a shot of him pooping.
Yeah,
That'll get everyone.
all we need is a video of Kim Jong-un pooping,
Video evidence.
and we have defeated North Korea. Or my idea.
That's complicated, man.
Not complicated. Just quit talking. They come to us. We're like, hey, be nice. And they do. They're nice. And then we got them. And then we have the video of him pooping.
Just as bad.
It's blackmail.
Yeah.
We got him.
Solved.
Solved. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening and for supporting us. We don't have any fans, so it's very important that you that you be vocal about your support of. Huh?
So,
John is trying to tell me something silently.
Aaron Lively, where can people find you on Twitter?
Oh, right. Well, it's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to put in that little @ symbol, start typing in my name, and I'll probably show up. I'm at Aaron Lively.
All right, Sage, where can people find you on Twitter?
@_# tilde key 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 tilde key parentheses closed.
You realize this isn't a
Very, very simple.
it's not a
very
password, you know.
And you can find me at Twitter at space because I don't have a Twitter.
And neither does Sage. All right. Yes, but if you like our content, please subscribe to the Discount Chaplains on YouTube.
And
Please.
Please post fan questions.
Please send
so we
us
don't have to
questions.
make them up.
Please let us know you're interested in this show.
Please
and
like our
maybe,
videos.
Yes, and please do that so that you can convince me to figure out how to work RSS feeds, which I have no idea how to do. If I could figure that out, we could get it on iTunes. We could get it on anything else. But see, I don't think people even listen to this, so I'm not even convinced that it's worth my time.
That's fair.
But if you can convince me that it is, then by all means, I'll try and learn it myself. Thank you very much. We hope you have a splendid rest of your day.
Whammy.
That was spot on. Spot on. Take that, Nicki Minaj.